recognizing our Memorial Day.
Thank you very much, Andrea. And I'd like to, Councilman Burkett, would you come out and join us, please, as well? Councilman David Burkett represents District 4 in the Senate. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Tracy Harper, and I have the great fortune to represent Montgomery City Council District 3. And what we want to do initially here is to just take a moment to thank the sponsoring organization for this great event today, State Representative Thad McClammy, and Ms. Price. You do just such a yeoman's job, and this young lady, you say, did more than you did, right? Okay. But and could we see the hands of all the veterans who are with us today? We have veterans with us today. Hold them up real high, because you deserve a lot of respect. You do. And just as Ms. Price said, across the nation, at 3 o'clock today, 3 o'clock p.m. today, and I don't know if we were exactly synchronized, but we want to take just a moment for a moment of silence for all veterans, and especially for all those veterans who have given their lives in the service of this country. A moment of silence, please. Thank you. There is no greater sacrifice than serving your country through the military. I was one of those people who volunteered to go to the U.S. Army upon graduation from high school. At the time, I was 17 years old, and I didn't think it was the greatest period in my life after I joined in basic training and all of that stuff that you have to go through. But as I have grown older and I have seen the transformation of what has taken place over the years, I can tell you it was probably the most valuable experience of my life. And I have been able to build on that experience in my latter years, not only being able to build on the discipline and everything that I was able to learn in the military, but also the fact that I was able to get a college education because of my service in the military. And I take my hats off to those people who serve, particularly those people now who are serving outside of our country in the eastern countries, in the Mideast, in Iraq, and in Afghanistan. And today, thank you very much, Mr. McClammy, for honoring Stephen Bryson. Gunnery Sergeant Stephen Bryson, who just a few years ago was a young, vibrant contributor to our society, but was the first Alabamian, was the first resident of Alabama to die in the Afghanistan war. And he and his mother and I were classroom graduates at Booker T. Washington High School, his mother, Dolores Bryson. So I'd like to say just once again that there's no greater service. And Representative McClammy, I would like to say today that I don't know if it's a movement that we can start in Alabama or not, but I think that we need to put all of our young men back into the military. I think that one of the greatest tragedies that's happened to our country in the last 25 years is doing away with the military draft, because it provided such a great opportunity for our young men to leave home, to learn things, to see the world, to get a career, to build a career, and to build a life and a family that they would never have known had they never left the boundaries of Montgomery, Alabama, or the state of Alabama. So I think that if we will look seriously at requiring all of our young men to give service to our country, we have a much greater country. This whole idea of patriotism would be back with us, and these young men would be in productive roles rather than standing on the corners and becoming involved in criminal activity as they are doing today. So I'd just like to say once again, thank you all for the opportunity to be here today. Thank you all for being here. Thank the special organization that put this on today. This is the first annual, and then we'll be looking forward to this every single year, honoring our veterans on Memorial Day. Thank you very much.
Again, we just said me too. We especially appreciate each of you for sharing this time with us. We realize that anytime you start something, sometimes the first step is a very hard step and a very short step. I told the guys, I said, okay, we got 12 months notice. So next year, we hope to be right back here at the same place and everybody have a 12 money, so we ahead of the game next year. We was kind of got behind the curve 2 or 3 times, but we just appreciate everybody all over the grounds that came out and helped make this a tremendous year, and just wait till next year. Thank you.
We have a couple of presentations that we want to give to people who supported us during this event, and because there's some that just go out of the way to help us. I mean, everything that we do is a volunteer basis, so nobody here gets paid with anything. We just volunteer our time because we're concerned, and we want the community to also have some safe outlets for the children and events that they can come through and not have to worry about being targets of anything. So the first award presentation that we want to make is to, and I'll read this out as to what it's saying. It won't be long, we're just taking a few minutes here. This is Blue Monday Community Reinvestment Partnership Incorporated Certificate of Appreciation, presented to Chemistry Band for going the extra mile to be supportive of Blue Monday first annual Memorial Day celebration 2011. Given this day, 30th day of May 2011, that McClammy, House of Representative, District 76, and Andrea Price, Blue Monday board member. And if someone can come, is this Mr. Tyrone? All right, Mr. Tyrone, we really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. And our next is for Councilor Tracy Larkin. Didn't know you were going to get that, did you? Well, again, we just want to thank you for supporting this event, and we're looking forward to next year. So this is a calling card. I don't have to call on you next year and say that we need your help. This is already here now. The next certificate is Font Nation Band, and your name is Mr. Chinese. That's what I thought. I wasn't going to call you, but I didn't know for sure. All right, we want to thank you. And all these read the same way. That's why I'm not reading them out. Next one is, and I don't see him here. He's here. DJ Nick Allen of WKXN. He's getting on the car. Y'all give him a round of applause. He's on WKXN, so you guys listen to that station. I know you hear him all the time. He is the office manager and just run that station, and anything we need to him, that is the voice of Roscoe Miller. I'm not putting him over Roscoe now, but he is the next voice that's there.
Got my hands full.
Your hands are full. That's okay. And Roscoe's not here, so we're going to ask you to also, he just left, he was here today, but to accept this presentation also for Roscoe Miller and WKXN, and then for yourself.
Thank you very much.
You are welcome. And, okay. All right, the next one is, in this group, I'm not sure if any other groups are here, but if you came down the boulevard, there were flags on the poles, and then also a couple other things that they did for us. But the American Legion Henry Abram Post 1918 group, that organization helped sponsor this event for us, and they were the one that coordinated the flags that was going down the boulevard. Now our goal next year is to have flags that's going all the way down the boulevard. I think we went from Rosa Parks up to past the Calhoun Shopping Center area here, 858 West South Boulevard. We went past that area, but the goal is to get flags all the way up. They've already dedicated and said that they would go ahead and work with us to get those flags up down the boulevard as a memorial piece for next year. So that's the American Legion group. The next one is, now I'm not sure if they're still here or not, but Cecil Malone and the Delphonics. They were the first group. Mr. Roscoe, if you can. Let's give him a round of applause. You guys will hear from him in just a few minutes. So when he comes down, Mr. Phillips is also going to provide another song with us before we leave out here. At least 2 songs before at the end of this. So we'll get him ready. If you guys hadn't heard him, he's an amazing harmonica player. Yes, you are. We're playing. The next one is we're just calling up all these people are already gone, but they've already worked with have worked with us with this one. Mr. Richie Thomas, Rose Supper Club. Miss Rose McCall, who was our MC for this afternoon, did a fantastic job. And I'm going to call his name that he told me. This is the only name that I can call him, which is Big I, Club G's. I won't call the other name, so if y'all don't know the other name, don't worry about it. Pastor Terrence Abner. He's one of our veterans that was here today that was on program. And also Mr. Roberto Reed of the Owner's Box. And Champ is what he goes by. He's okay with Roberto Reed. All right, so we want to say thank you to everybody for coming out and joining us today. We do have just one other thing. We're going to allow Mr. Roscoe Phillips to bring us home with the Sangos Marching Home, and then Big Boss Man. This is Wendell Parker. Dedicated to Dr. Wendell works with us with every event and everything that we put on. He provides all the sound for us and plays, and most of the bands come in and plug right into his equipment that he has, but we've neglected to, we do have an award for him. And he said, where is mine? You know we got one for him. But we just want you guys to give him a nice round of applause and thank you. We'll get you an award as soon as it's inside the building. We'll bring it to you. All right.